Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for The Walking Dead. This one's going to be doing a Q&A video leading up to Daryl Dixon Season 2 and more Walking Dead shows coming up soon. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for The Walking Dead universe, and today's we're going to be doing our weekly Q&A video with you guys, of course, for The Walking Dead. This one we're going to go through some of your, of course, Walking Dead questions, Daryl Dixon, Walking Dead universe stuff in general, and break it down. So, you guys had a lot of awesome questions. Now, some of them are going to be saved for next week, because I did get quite a few from you guys, but I think I grabbed like 4 or 5 for this one, so let's get into this. So, starting off with Rick Grimes, who has a very, very important question, who says, Dan, what is better, Shane's head rub or Dale face? Oh man, those are pretty legendary, I'm not gonna lie. I would start off by saying Dale face, and I'll tell you why. Is because every single moment, even if it's a moment that makes absolutely no sense, he will go like... you have to be like, what the fuck? What is he doing, you know? Yeah, no, definitely. Shane's head rub, though, is pretty iconic too, I can't lie. But yeah, Dale face all the way, man. I mostly because you never know what kind of face he's gonna make. He does like this. He does like, you know, he has a whole bunch of them. Yeah, no, definitely Dale face I would go. Although Shane head rub is very legendary. For sure. Next one comes from JM, who says that, Dan, honestly, Daryl's decision to stay in France, I am very frustrated with, mostly because it just doesn't really fit his character. In his opinion, it makes him very frustrated that Daryl would stay in France. And Dan, what do you think of Daryl's decision to stay in France in Season 2? Also, do you think it's consistent with his character, given how the fact that in the main show, Season 3, he left the group to go with his horrible, horrible brother of his, but now to go back home to the people he cares about, he stays? Well, here's my kind of counter argument to that, is that he was not going to let Laurent die right there on that rock. And obviously, walkers were all around the area. Daryl is not going to leave Laurent for dead. No one is with Laurent. So it's in Daryl's nature to save the kids, and in that situation, he's going to bring Laurent back to the nest. Now, does that sacrifice him going home? In his perspective, it probably does. But Daryl is going to take Laurent back. I think the biggest thing we should be pissed off about is that little shit followed him all the way to the fucking boat. You know? I think that's the thing we should be pissed off about. But here's what I'd say. The only time I would be pissed off at Daryl for not, you know, going back to America is if he had no reason to stay, Laurent didn't follow him, and he found out that Rick was alive, and he still didn't go back. That's when it would piss me off, which unfortunately I'm worried about the idea that could happen in Season 2, because we obviously know that Carol knows that Rick is back. Rick made it back at the end of Ones Who Live. So we know that Carol's aware of this. She's probably already seen him, if I had to assume, and that's why she's out there to begin with. So please tell me that Daryl is not going to insist on staying in France. That's my big question right there. Will Daryl insist on staying in France? That is a very, very big question. Hopefully we don't see that. Hopefully that's not what happens, but unfortunately, time will tell, really, with that situation. Really, just time will tell. But yes, that would piss me off. Daryl staying in France, though, at the end of Season 1 doesn't piss me off, because I understand why he did it. If he decides to stay in France after Season 2, that's when it's going to start pissing me off. But right now, I'm good with it. Season 2, though, we'll have to see what they do with it. It's really up in the air right now. The next one comes from Snake, who says that, Dan, honestly, I'm a little confused on how Negan has the leather jacket and Lucille in Season 2 of Dead City. Do you think that maybe potentially he got the leather jacket from the Macy's store that Maggie mentioned in the Season 1 finale? Also, do you think that Lucille was created for him? Where you get the bat from? Let me know. So, yeah, obviously Season 2 of Dead City, we know that Negan's going to be sporting the leather jacket and Lucille, which is freaking awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait to see that. Hot take here. I'm more excited for Dead City. Just saying. More excited for Season 2 of Dead City. I don't know. I'm excited to see Negan be Negan again. What can I say? I mean, I'm excited for Daryl, don't get me wrong, but I'm a little bit more excited for Dead City. I can't lie. I can't wait to see Negan sporting that outfit, but to get to my point, I will say that I think that you're on to something about Maggie and Macy's. Yeah, because she mentioned it in the Season 1 finale. And I don't think, unless I'm missing something, I don't think Negan ever had the leather jacket, like the classic one, in Season 1 of Dead City. He traveled all the way to New York, you know? Could he have had it in his bag? I guess he could have, but I don't think he walked in there with a bag with him. No, he didn't. He only walked in there just with the clothes on his back. So Yeah, no, he must get it from somewhere. That's the thing, you know. So maybe that is what you know what you're on about is actually potentially what's going to happen is that Macy's could be a store that we actually see in season 2 that Maggie was mentioning. You know, that story about the real Santa and stuff like that. And he goes in there and finds it. It wouldn't be the first time he finds a leather jacket in an old abandoned store. If you remember season 9, episode 9 of the main Walking Dead, when he went in there and got the leather jacket and stuff like that. That one wasn't as cool. That one was like almost like his redemption arc jacket. You know what I'm saying? It was like a little bit more tame. This one's like the full fledged jacket. As for Lucille, I'm telling you, I feel like it's one thing and one thing only, and that crazy son of a bitch Croat, I think, is behind it. I think he's going to make him a Lucille. I think he's going to give him a bat first, and then Negan could be the one that wraps it in barbed wire. Or Croat gives him the full damn thing, the bat with the barbed wire, and he says, okay, Negan, you're going to use this, I could see that as well, too. Really just depends. Really depends on what they want to do with it. And the last one comes from Dave Williams, who says that, Dan, what do you think is going to happen with Code Drone in season 2 of Daryl Dixon? Do you think he's going to be involved in that season? Also, do you think that we'll see, any kind of major redemption arc for him or whatever? What do you think is going to happen with Code Drone generally in season 2 of Daryl Dixon if you think he's involved in it? Yes, absolutely. I think he'll be involved in it. Also, we know he is because the actor posted a photo when season 2 wrapped filming and he said that's a wrap. So, there you go. And he just wants people to know that, so that's not even a spoiler. But I'll say this. Code Drone this season is one of my most intriguing things going in because he, of course, turned on Madame Ginet's people. He, had this whole revenge storyline this whole season, even though it was Maribel that actually did that to his, his brother and shit like that. So it's not even really Daryl's fault, which I feel like there's more context that should be added to that, which I'm sure we'll get in season 2. So there's that. There's also the fact that he was not all right with killing Laurent. Apparently he couldn't kill the kid, as he said, so he shot Madame Ginet's men instead, which is awesome. I like that. That was really cool. It shows that he has principles. It shows that, he has morals and stuff. Then he went back to Madame Ginet and, basically just, got caught. Instantly, she figured out exactly what he was doing. So now in season 2, what is he going to do? Is he going to be like a good guy? Is he going to be a redemption type of character? Or is he still going to fall back into like, I want to kill Daryl, just, in a different way? So I would prefer if Maribel showed up in this season and we got context on what went down and Caudron realizes that it's her that, should pay the price and not Daryl. You know what I'm saying? I think that'd be really cool to get to see that from him. And I think him and Daryl will work things out. I do. I just think it's going to be a couple episodes in, a few, pieces of drama will still be kind of laid out for us, and then we'll see it, But yeah, that's my thoughts on Code Drone. Very excited to see more of him. Thank you all for watching, guys. Honestly, great questions. We have more coming up next week, so stay tuned for that. And of course, thank you all for watching. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click to subscribe and tune up to any other videos of The Walking Dead. Make sure to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead Reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys very soon for more videos of The Walking Dead universe. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and peace out.